A question about offside, but I haven't seen it back yet, so it counts.
Do you feel good and comfortable to be back, with Louisville City after the year with Nashville?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know the philosophy around the team. I know the way that we want to play, the way we want to press. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice, easy fit coming back. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
Did you feel like you just kind of slid right in, kind of knowing, all that style and kind of the continuity? I mean, a lot of these same guys are still here.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice coming in and seeing some familiar faces and getting to know the new ones. So yeah, in a way.
Yeah, sure. What did NCFC do on defense that was maybe a little bit difficult in the first half where you guys couldn't really break through?
I think they had quite a high line. They pressed us very well. We couldn't really get our press going in the first half as well as we wanted to. So we sort of addressed those things at half time and went out, and I think in the second half we did a lot better with that.
What were the changes they made that coach asked you to make?
I think it was just releasing more. Like we were a bit tentative in the first half to really release and go, and in the second half I thought that we just sort of thought to hell with it and just went.
I know last year you dealt with maybe a couple of different injuries and stuff while you were in Nashville. Now that you're healthy, what are you, I guess, kind of working towards this season?
Sorry, what's the question?
Well, now that you're healthy, kind of in the clear of
Yeah.
the injuries you had last year, what are you, I guess, trying to improve on or kind of work towards this season?
I think being a striker, as long as I'm working hard for the team and scoring goals, then that's my job and that's what I'm going to aim to do this season.
Any other questions, Cameron?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank
We're
you.
good.
John Hackworth, if you could just start by giving us your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, it's a tough opening game for both of us. I really think you'll see both teams being at the end of the season in good positions because we're both, I think there's a lot of quality. I think they're really well coached. I think we're pretty well coached. But you also see a lot of little areas that both of us can improve on. The field didn't make it easy. That was tough to play on. And I think both teams, us for sure, we struggled with that a little bit. But it was always probably going to be a one-goal game. Whoever got that goal was going to have the advantage, and clearly Ben Lunt making the save that he did in the first half was massive. I thought we had a little more of the chances in the second half and did a better job of trying to control the ball a little more. So I was pleased with my team's response in that way. And to close it out and to get a shutout on the road is obviously huge for us.
John, it was a one-goal game, but the flow of the game was a massive switch at halftime. What switch did you flip at halftime?
Well, we were having a problem with Manny Perez, and Oscar Jimenez, who's usually, I think he's one of the best left backs in the league, but his groin was really tight, so we were forced to make that change. We brought Akil Watts on, and Akil, I thought, did a really good job in two areas. One, he went 1-versus-1 with Manny a couple times and kind of solidified the fact that we just weren't going to give him time and space. And then Akil also got forward, and he got forward by coming inside in the second half in that first 15-20 minutes, and I think that really caused some problems.
Well, it also seemed like the midfield had a lot of space. Their midfield had a lot of space to operate. They were switching the point of attack. There weren't a lot of that in the second half. Were you just high pressing more?
Yeah, to be fair, our press was broken in the first half, and we were not pleased with it. We talked about coming here and being a little more pragmatic, maybe sitting in a block a little deeper, but we had chances in the first half, and we just weren't on the same page. I really thought we had dropped a lot in that first half, and so that was one of the things we talked about. Hey, let's be us. Let's press them, and when one guy's going, we're going to go. And I thought we did a much better job in the second half in that regard.
You get Cameron Lancaster back in the fold this season after he was in Nashville last year. He scores today. What does he kind of bring to your attack that maybe you didn't have last year?
Yeah, I mean he's a goal scorer, and I'm thankful that he's back. I think whether it's him understanding his teammates and having a really good relationship of trust. But for us and for me specifically, I think he's such a good goal scorer, and you see it there. He doesn't get many chances. He's not getting good look at goal today, but he makes the most of that chance and tucks it away. Dave was asking me if I thought it was onside, and I think whoever's behind him is the guy that holds him on the play. Interesting. It looked like Brian Holmby got trained from behind. He's laying on the ground, and if that was the Everton game last week, maybe that went to VAR, and Tim Bacchus was getting screened by it, but I'm getting in the weeds, sorry.
Not to grasp at straws too much, but you've played here enough, and Lord knows I've seen enough games. This field's usually
Yeah, it's usually one of the best in the league by far.
slick as glass, and sometimes that keeps the defense from being too aggressive because you can slip a ball and all of a sudden you're behind. Did that figure into your decision to maybe be a little more aggressive in the second half, seeing how slow the field was playing?
No, not really. We would have liked it to be fast because we want to play at a very high tempo, and the way that we try to play when we have the ball, we like it slick. We in the past, and being here with the national team and now with Louisville a couple times, it's just a wonderful surface. So you can play however you want on it. Today it was not that way. It would hit a seam and it would bounce up, but then it was slow. And when you're talking about the keepers, I thought in particular we had a tough time playing out in the first half because normally you want to make sure your first pass is a solid one. We couldn't do that. It's bouncing, and Ben took a couple goal kicks and we didn't get it very far. So I think the players were a little conservative, and again we wanted to try to take the initiative in the second half a little bit.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you.
Thank